Hello, everybody.
Can you
Welcome
hear
to.
me?
Oh, yes, we can hear you. Go
Man, I
ahead.
can't hear anybody but myself.
You can't hear us at all.
Okay.
No. All right. Well, while Allison fixes her audio, hello, everybody. Welcome to my weekly meltdowns. Hot mess express coverage of Big Brother 24. We're here after a long 2-hour episode. It felt like as long as like an Avengers movie or something. Not really sure why it had to be 2 hours because we didn't even get the picks for the house split. So I don't understand why it needed to be 2 hours, but I digress. Jackie, how you doing? This
I'm
very late
okay.
night. You're okay.
I'm okay. It's not as late for me. I feel so sorry for everybody on the East Coast and Canada who had to watch this and stay up this late. Bless their hearts. We could have took like a half an hour and put it on Sunday and then Wednesday and then just made this an hour and a half.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Allison is giving us sign language here. I think she just yelled, "God damn it!" Oh,
Dang it. Listen, I'm having a bad day.
Are you here? Can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yay! All right, we are here.
No, I was just saying, God forbid we didn't see Sid and the Fancy. God forbid we didn't see that whole extended punk rock thing. Couldn't have added the extra 10 seconds, didn't for some reason. I don't know what difference that would have made. But seriously, and I'm pissed off that, if I ever make it on Big Brother, I invented the fly swatter 7 years ago today.
Don't worry. I don't think anybody's going to be remembering the Fly Swatter Alliance.
The five swatters. They totally screwed me.
I think you're okay. I think that we've had this Fly Swatter here in the top right corner of our show for years now. So if anybody comes to us with copyright or trademark issues, just be like, bitch, look at the proof. The proof's in the print.
Yeah, I'm just angry that Jasmine of all people came up with the five swatters, and now I've got, I don't even know where my fly swatter is because I've moved everything around in my office, and I don't know where anything is. My bulb light screwed up, and I've just left it, and I got my 2 desk lights.
Yeah. So I think Beth's about to join us in a second because we have a little special announcement for an anniversary. I don't want to tease too much or anything like that. So let's talk about Taylor's HOH in the meantime, because boy, oh boy, it was messy. Of course, Taylor is so likable. I'm still rooting for 100%, but I feel like because of this besties twist, everybody in the leftovers has been so protected for so long, literally since Amira went out, right? That's how long we have been in this arc of the season, and all of us have been clamoring for a Taylor HOH for so long, and I just feel sometimes people just get in this mood when they're HOH where they think they have to mastermind all of this crazy complicated plans and stuff, and considering putting up Joseph on the block, who's one of your closest allies and everything. I'm sometimes the best plan is just the simplest one. If you wanted Alyssa gone, you should have just put her up, because clearly she was more interested in a vacation than staying here in the house and getting dicked down for 10 seconds by Kyle.
What is that even? What is the point? If I have to hear backdoor one more time, I'm done. And how many times do I have to hear Kyle talking about, I can't backdoor Alyssa? Obviously you can't.
Not right now. Not on national television.
Not on national. No, it takes a lot longer. It would have been 5 seconds if he did it in the back door. Maybe 3. I don't know. I'm not an expert.
No comment on that. But we do have Beth with us now, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring her in. Here we go. There she is.
7 years.
Yes,
7 years.
And what?
Beth, you're looking tan. You're looking.
Look at you.
I'm jealous.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't look super white. No, just kidding. I literally These two unfortunately had to see my side boob where I literally forgot to put on sunscreen. So it was like a slight burn. And now I have like a weird blotchy tan on my chest, like into my like side boob area. So it means a lot that both Allison and
some
Tyler
weird
saw
like
that.
tan lines from Aruba, so I'm right there with you. But
I have no tan lines at all.
But
no,
Allison,
because
go
I'm
ahead
white,
and,
not because I'm a nudist. What?
Oh, this is.
Isn't it sad though that this is tan for me? Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Beth, you're so tan." I'm like, "You mean I'm visible and not translucent anymore?" Got it.
Right.
I don't see your
Got
veins.
it. Yeah, I don't see your veins. Hey.
You don't
Big
look like
chat.
a map, a real paper map with all the
That's right.
interstates and stuff crossing all over. That's usually me.
I love
But
that.
yeah.
Also, hi to Jackie and hi to the chat. How's
Yes,
everyone
hello,
doing?
everyone. We're all over the place. It's late.
Yes.
It's okay.
Yes.
How was the episode tonight?
2 hours too long.
Yeah.
It was like 2 hours of filler, like to.
Why
to
would
be-
they do it then?
Right. Well, like so they're splitting the house into like 2 5-person HOHs. HOH ran, so it's like a double eviction that's like lasting the whole week basically. But they had 2 hours to break down the teams after the HOH, and they left it on a cliffhanger, like because they ran out of time.
Oh, they got
Like,
Terrence
how?
and Michael. They won the HOHs. One's going to be inside. One's going to be outside. I can't wait to see how that plumbing works outside. And on top of that, because that's all I can think about is how they. Well, we know they got Johnny on the jobs. Now, have they been clean since premiere night? I don't know. But, and I think it's really dumb that they're going to do a schoolyard pick. No, you put numbers in a bag and everybody picks a number. If you pick number 1, you're on Michael's team. If you pick number 2, you're on Terrence's team. You don't get to pick.
I mean, and that's how they do tribe swaps in Survivor. You know, you just pick
True.
like the buff at random. So like there is precedent for
But
that.
I'm sorry, it is so much easier to manipulate the game from production standpoint if you have a schoolyard pick.
Especially when the majority alliance is so damn rootable as well. Like they have no incentive to like truly shake up the game, and this is all just a facade to say that they have done it.
Yeah.
When they haven't.
Okay, I'm gonna play person who has not been watching this season and has very limited knowledge of what's going on. From my understanding, am I correct in saying, number 1, all the horrible people left pre-jury?
Yes. I love this like blind like Beth update. Like this is like just from like reading like
this
tweets,
is
right.
This isn't even from reading all tweets. This is purely like when I get a wild hair up my ass deciding to look at Spoiler King, who hasn't had an account for 2.5 weeks. So like literally don't really know. I have blocked and muted the BB24 hashtag. I literally don't read this stuff, but I will say about once a week I check Jokers to see who won HOH, who won veto, and then I just kind of fill in the blanks in my own mind. So it seems to me like the horrible people left pre-jury.
There's one left.
There's one. Okay, who's the one who's left? Who's horrible?
Jasmine's old hobbling ass.
God. Who's had a broken ankle for 9 months.
But she wore the hell out them heels today with that little twisted ankle, didn't she?
She sure did.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, Julie, you look better than a country fried steak today in the diary room. And Julie said, I was hoping you'd say that. And I'm like, really, Julie? Really hoping that Jasmine would hobble into the diary room and say that. No.
Okay, side note. Doesn't this card on my table look like it's just like a glowing shield instead of like?
I'm like, why does Beth have a
That's
shield
a birthday
floating?
card for my university, but instead it just looks like oh, so funny. Okay, so she's still horrible and still there.
Probably will always be.
Yeah, she's like a herpes outbreak.
Yes.
Yeah, like on Tyler's lip.
It's not herpes. It's on the inside. It's an ulcer, not a cold sore.
Hey, look, it can be herpes and not be a sexual thing, Tyler.
It's from stress from dealing with this one right here.
Hey,
at least you're not pointing in the other direction.
PSA: cold sores can turn to herpes down there. So if you have a cold sore, you don't give a blowjob or eat some, some veg.
Yeah. That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Allison, do you
keep
want
that shit up here
before we go into like strategy and stuff like that? Because like I know Beth, you don't want to like I don't know, Big Brother's like.
Can I ask 2 more questions?
Oh yeah,
if I'm right on, and then I'll get out of the hair. I just wanted to pop on for a few minutes. But okay, 2. Is it true that Alyssa and Kyle have some kind of showmance where they actually don't like each other?
They fucked and it lasted 10 seconds.
Okay, time out. One of the images I saw was a gif of him hiding a heart on, and that was it.
He was trying to take a cold shower, and then he was trying to keep it hidden when they were next to Daniel, right, on the bed. It's real. I mean, they like each other. They're just trying to play like they don't, I guess, because it minimizes their threat. Look, they hunching. That's all you
Who's
need
the
to know.
kitty?
Oh, this is Cora.
Hi, Cora.
She wanted to make an appearance.
That's a pretty name. I like that.
You have.
It sounds like Sora. That's why you're.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'm like, wow, what a great name! If only it had S instead of a C.
It is a great name, but I just also wanted to point out that you are.
That's fair. That's
also
fair.
in a very similar place. Okay, and then number 3. Are people still on as high on Taylor as they had been, or have they cooled down?
Her HOH, like she just had an HOH reign, which was what we were just talking about before you came in, and it was really messy strategically. I'm like she's lucky that she's so damn likable, because that will carry her in the game and potentially have people vote for her in the end, especially if it's against somebody that they don't like. But if she's at the end and she wins, it's not because of strategy. Let me tell you.
Bean, what the fuck are you doing to me?
Hey, yeah.
You don't do that shit to me.
Dude, we see people. We got doors opening in the background. We got orbs flying around. We got cats flying out of the sky in the show.
Hey, spooky season is almost here. So.
I know, y'all. It's mid-August. I'm about to start decorating for Halloween.
Oh God. Okay, and my last question.
Yeah.
Who's generally like the fan base rooting for right now?
The leftovers minus Kyle.
And who's the leftovers?
The leftovers is the majority alliance, so it's Kyle, Michael, Brittany, Taylor, Joseph, Monty, and Turner.
Okay.
So I would say like within like the leftovers, for the LFC roundtable for RHAP, I think the top 3 like favorite house guests are typically like Taylor, Michael, and like Turner / Kyle, but more Turner lately. So.
Man, so Turner ended up being a good cast member when everyone thought he was going to be like a piece of shit.
Oh my God, he is great.
Turner and Tyler, and I feel terrible.
He just like doesn't give a shit, and like he's like deadpan, like he will like roll his eyes like right in front of Jasmine and like just look at the cameras, and
I love that.
You can just see him like trying to bite his tongue so much. It's hilarious.
You know what? Since it's my weekly meltdown's birthday, I think each of you should go around tell me one thing that you love about me.
That is what Miss Jasmine was demanding
Just
of
one.
people for her birthday.
I know it's hard to keep it to one.
No. Jasmine's a Leo.
Of course she is. And I say that respectfully, Beth. But of course she is a Leo. She's the most Leo of Leos I've ever seen, and in a very intolerable way.
Tell me something that you like about me. No.
Tell me something you like about me. I miss my chickens and my cows on my farms. Farms? Did anyone else catch that tonight? Bitch, you got plural with the farms.
I'm feeling so many emotions right now. Number 1, my weekly meltdown's a Leo. What's up?
That's true.
Number 2, the fact that Tyler said that Jasmine is the most Leo person he's ever met, and I'm sitting right fucking here as a Leo sun, Leo moon, Leo Mercury, is a little bit rude.
Welcome to my life, Beth.
I just mean, like,
also Michael is a Leo and has the same birthday as Keisha.
I did know that, but I didn't. I guess I didn't put together that he's a Leo as well. That's interesting.
Yeah. So if you don't know who Leos are, how can you say that Jasmine's Leo?
I mean, Leos are just very like their presence is always known, like whenever they're around, and that is Jasmine to a T.
Yeah, and Jasmine's eyebrows. Listen, guys, I've said it every week that it's the silent house guests in the house. I can't keep up with the eyebrows either. Tonight looked like she had extra fuzzies coming out of those Groucho marks. I mean, they were like split ensies coming out. Like she gathered up hair off the floor and clipped it and just glued it onto her eyebrows, or what the fuck? I don't know.
The hair from the comp last week.
Yeah. Oh. That would be my own personal hell. I'm finally on the walk. Y'all know I have a hair phobia because I've yet to tell the story of why. I would be on that wall with the goggles covered in the goop, and then they would unleash that hair. You would see me vomit. It would be like, I need an old priest and a young priest. Allison just Linda Blaired the hell out of that whole thing. What is going on? Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't. It's an Exorcist reference.
No, I'm curious. They threw hair at them on a comp.
Yeah,
it was fake wiggy hair, and they were covered in gooey stuff.
So it was synthetic, at least. Could you imagine if they wasted good human hair?
What if they just went to ew? This is so gross. What if they just went to a hair cuttery and just like mopped up
hair cuttery?
What's a hair cuttery? Is this like a bakery?
I'm sorry, like
You've never heard of hair cuttery? No, but like hair.
No, I've never heard of a hair cuttery.
I've
heard of a barber shop.
No,
I've heard of a salon. Do you have salons there in New York City?
I've never heard of hair cuttery. It's like the low end, like cheap, like hair salon. So like you're getting like the worst of the worst hair. There. That was the joke. Is like all this like really gross hair, like just being mopped off the floor and being thrown in these houses.
Oh, so hair cuttery is a brand.
Yes.
Oh,
you are the only person that knows of term. I never heard.
Nobody heard of. That's crazy to me. They're like all over the East Coast.
I'm gonna look at their locations because Okay, so they're not in New York, which would explain why I've never seen them.
It's a step down from.
Maybe it's a southern.
Some cuts.
They're mid-Atlantic and southern with like weirdly Indiana and Illinois.
The Walmart salon.
Hair cuttery.
Yeah, I could see a hair cuttery
located in Walmart.
Like a super Walmart, like right next to the
Walmart. Oh, it's even better.
I can't. Oh my God, we've gone off the rails. But anyway, happy birthday to my weekly meltdown.
7 years ago today in my car.
Do we have any memories from my weekly meltdown that we would like to share before?
I didn't put any of my videos together today. I'm sorry. I got busy. I know. Don't worry.
They're coming.
They're coming. I'm going to put together a video collage with my sound effects and music from my video shop app editor. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to look like a fifth grader did it. But we expect nothing less.
Yeah.
I have two good memories. The first was when Deb, Allison, and I were in charge of a show.
No shit. I know.
And she had these giant ash marshmallows that were like this big.
I don't even know where you get.
I have no idea. And she said, "Look at my cat wants one."
Bigger than my mouth.
And she held it up like this, and her cat came out of nowhere, literally just kind of went like into the street just to get this huge marshmallow, and that killed the crap out of me. That still to this day haunts my memories. That was so funny. And my second favorite thing was when Allison said, "What is peen?" And I said, "Penis." And she went, "Ow!"
Ow!
What's peen?
My favorite moment has to be when we had a picture of the Big Brother 10 Libra is a liar plus Steven, and we put we said we were gonna put Josh has COVID on there because he was not on All Stars because him and Casey got COVID. That shit was so funny. We were rolling on the floor laughing
every single time. Josh has COVID. I'm Libra.
Anyone want cake?
Libra's a liar. Love Steven.
Libra's a liar. Love Steven. Then Steven Dangle.
Yeah.
Where's Steven Dangle? He's not in the chat anymore. I'm sorry, guys. We're not ignoring you in the chat. We'll get back to the show. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it was great to pop in. Happy 7th birthday. I'll let you all actually talk about the show at this point, but thank you for filling me in. Jackie, thanks for holding it down. I know it's really hard with these two, and you're killing it.
Oh, wait, Beth, I want to say something real quick. So, one of my favorite memories, Beth, Deb, and I were covering an episode of Sequester, and they have something in Sequester called an LOS, and it's basically the power of veto, but you keep it. And you hide hidden immunity, and you hide it, and you don't reveal it until the end when you they're trying to vote you out, and you go, no, I've got this LOS, and normally the LOS is about this big. Okay,
it's like a little circular light up.
It's like a little thing, and all I've got is this little eraser. And Erica, this girl, bless her heart, on the show, she had they gave her a special LOS, and all of a sudden she just pulls out something this big and says, I've got the LOS. And hold that up, Tyler. And Beth, Deb, and I lost our shit because we couldn't figure out
where the fuck was that?
Where was it? And plus,
she pulled it out of her pants. So she literally was like, hold on, guys.
She had it in a napkin and a paper towel combo. But I pulled out this little extra ring light I had that had it looked like a dildo on the end of it. And I just pulled it out, and we were just going, I have this LOS. Where am I supposed to put it? You said I have to have it with me at all times, but I have to have it concealed. Are you going to offer me some jelly? Petroleum jellies to put it in my buttocks or wherever I need to put it to hide it.
It was very impressive she did that.
I'm pretty sure that show was the show that Tyler said, and I will never miss a show. Ever, if it means having the three of them together.
Because it went on. I couldn't breathe. I had a heart attack. I fell out of the chair. It was so unprofessional. But then again, you don't come here to be professional.
No, absolutely not.
But
anyway, much love to everybody. Enjoy the rest of the show. I know it's a late one, but I'm sure
let's advertise the patron show while you're here, and then we'll do Big Brother stuff.
Yeah. So Tyler, Allison, and myself will be doing a patron-only BS breakdown on August 31st, so a couple weeks from today. And what we're going to be doing is basically kind of having a rotating panel of patrons. So if you're interested in joining us, I did post in the Patreon. And if you're interested in becoming a patron so you can join us on that show, please go to patreon.com/myweeklymeltdown, where you can join for as low as $5 a month. Yep. And it'll be really fun. We're going to just talk through some shit. I'm sure it's going to end up being at least an hour and a half.
I know one topic that our patrons requested was for us to talk about conspiracy theories. So I'm going to present a collegiate level presentation on why Avril Lavigne was replaced by a clone named Melissa.
And guys, do not let me forget, and that's why I'm saying this now. My father came to visit last month, and I found out that I'm part Mormon. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. And you guys know where I've been with the Mormon thing, with Julie on the real world thing, and Kyle. And I had a wrecking ball with Miley Cyrus's little naked ass come through and hit me with the Mormon thing. So y'all hold me to, don't let me forget to tell that story.
And please don't let me forget to tell the very important conspiracy theories that I came up with in the North Country, because there are some of them that are just chef's kiss, and y'all are going to love them. Okay.
I can't wait.
But this is for patron only. So patrons will be able to join us. We'll rotate through people. We'll put them backstage. We'll bring them back on, that kind of thing. Yes, this is She Gorge. And then also, we're going to only release that to patrons as well. So if you want to hear all about all of our conspiracy theories, in addition to God knows what y'all have in the chat, we know that y'all have something crazy, then please become a patron and join us on August 31st. We're going to go live around probably 7 or 7:30
It ain't gonna
Eastern
be
time.
11 freaking o'clock, I can tell you that much.
Correct. All right, y'all.
My
Have a
Xanax
good rest
is
of your
kicking in.
evening, and I'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
All right,
Beth, have a good night.
bye.
Bye.
All right, so Jackie, I want to hear what you think about Taylor's HOH, because I'm really not convinced that it was good. Like, I'm still rooting for her at the end of the day, of course, but like, it was strategically for me, it just like was not it. What do you think?
I think it was a waste, but I also think that she needed it, if that makes sense. I'm not sure how the leftovers are really feeling about her. I mean, yes, she's a number, but is she a number that we have to keep, kind of thing? So I think she needed to win an HOH so that way she could kind of establish her dominance or like her presence rather in the game. I do like the fact that she beat Kyle. I actually had that motivation in the same kind of endurance comp that I had in my org. So I was like, I'm going to do this for Taylor. But
nice.
Jackie just finished playing in an org for 6 months and has been trying to get out of it every damn night, and they would not vote her out. All I would have to say is, guys, vote me out. Done, Allison. Done. You're fucking out of here. So you're gonna have to teach me in the ways of that.
Yeah.
It was so complicated, I'll tell you the tea, but I was out on a 0-0 tie, by the way. Anyway, so I feel like her HOH was just needed so that way she could be safe and like talk to people. But it was a total, at some point, I don't know if it was on the live feeds or if we watched it on Sunday, I don't remember. But she was sitting down with the leftovers in the HOH room. So obviously it wasn't after this whole skid mark thing that she and Joseph had to do. But she was trying to tell Monty her idea and Joseph her idea. And they looked at her like, what in the hell is wrong with you? Because she didn't know what she was doing. She was just kind of talking in circles. She never had a plan. She kept telling all the girls, I don't want another girl to go. She kept telling Terrence, I don't want you to go. And she was telling all her people in her alliance. And I'm like, well, bitch, you ran out of people. Like somebody gotta go. It was messy.
Yeah, and of course, like, sorry, go ahead, Allison.
No, I'm not big on Taylor anymore. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. I think, look, I think I love her to death, but no, the whole going in yelling at Kyle, you're supposed to use the effing, did it what? And that, okay, even if it was that for show, or did she really? And the whole, remember, I have replacement. Okay, listen, here's the thing. Not everybody knows you're joking. Okay, yeah. Not everyone in the room knows the temperature, and people are going to take it the wrong way. I just, this is like I just completely waste. Indy, really?
Honestly, no. I think they should have, like, if it's between Indy and Terrence, I think they should have taken out Terrence tonight instead. And look at how well he did in the knockout competition tonight.
Can I add one more thing?
You know what I mean? Like, an Indy would have not been good at that at all.
Why the hell did Kyle have to know about the backdooring Alyssa? Why couldn't they have all gone, look, man, let's just tell Kyle because he's done anyway. Look, put a fork in him. He's done. How about we just tell him we're going to put on Monty. We're going to do this whole thing. He uses a veto. Up, Alyssa, go. Why does he need to know? He's done. He's done, y'all. He put the showmance above everything else. You're finished, Kylie.
Yep.
You're done.
Well, and I think the damage was already done, like, even before he won veto, because I feel like this week we saw so many scenes of the leftovers, like, strategizing. That's funny. The leftovers all strategizing without Kyle there. And that was before Kyle was even faced with this veto decision, which shouldn't have been his to begin with, because, like, Alyssa could have gotten it, you know? And that would have solved all the problems, because Kyle, like, advanced further than Alyssa, so he would just make sure that she kept the veto, right? So, like, that doesn't make sense to me either. But so, like, the damage is already done, and now, like, I saw on Twitter, like, all this week that, like, Kyle was, like, starting to, like, gather all the white people together for, like, a fracture of the leftovers. And I'm actually kind of surprised that CBS, like, aired that segment rather than just, like, totally ignoring it. But I'm glad Brittany really stuck up for it and said, like, listen, like, we can't, like, assume that this is a thing, you know? And that's a really important precedent, because, like, a lot of us were asking last season, like, what does post cookout Big Brother look like, especially for minorities, people of color, moving forward? Is it just going to be, like, an assumed thing that actually, like, hurts their chances? And we saw that question be raised in tonight's episode. Mm-hmm. And I'm just glad that Michael and Brittany have the wherewithal to understand how that is perceived on the outside world. I know that I know that Michael and Brittany have not been totally innocent this week, and they've kind of been complacent with Kyle's behavior and stuff like that. But I think that's probably them just in self-preservation mode, trying to ride this, like, mighty middle, because they don't know, like, how the leftovers are going to shake out. I don't think it's, like, how they really truly feel on the inside. No, Kim, I was not watching the feeds this week. I'm sorry. I was away celebrating my anniversary with my partner, so I was not into the feeds that much this week. So I'm going off a lot of hearsay, so I could be wrong on things that I'm saying. So I apologize if I am wrong. I'm not, like, accidentally defending any racist behavior or anything. It's like the damage is done with Kyle within the leftovers, and Michael really needed this comp win tonight. I know we've been saying that all season long. This is his sixth comp win of the season. But he was a big target going into this, like, this final five like split house week, because he has all those comp wins, and, like, it's just, like, too narrow of a pass to get through so easily for somebody like Michael. So I don't know. I'm proud of him, and I think Kyle is, like, the number one target going into to all of this week, probably, right? Especially with Terrence being safe in the driving force for one of these HOHs. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I just went on, like, a long tangent, but
I think that I would have loved to have been attached to Joseph for 48 hours. That is one man I wouldn't mind sitting outside the bathroom as he shat. It wouldn't have bothered me at all. I probably would have wiped his bottom. I'll say it. I don't care, with wet wipes, because that's the kind of roll. But I'm watching the chat, and I think Kyle's in trouble. Depending where Joseph falls, I am scared for him. I don't like this schoolyard pick. I said at the beginning of the show, I think it's a load of crap. I don't think they should be allowed to do it that way. I think they should have to pick numbers. And I have a huge bone to pick with Julie Moonves Chen. Okay. She was sitting there talking to Indy, and, you know, she's Big Brother Brazil and all that. And Indy's like, yeah, in Brazil, the fans vote for the winner. And Julie just paused. Yeah, we tried that the first season and it didn't work. How exactly didn't it work? I'm so confused by that.
The ratings were really low.
I think that's more because people really didn't understand it, it was very 22 years ago. Watching live feeds was very foreign. Mm-hmm. Most people who had computers were like my parents, Mom, Dad, I love you, but they weren't learning. They didn't know, you know what I'm saying? The people that are obsessed with the live feeds and do the live feeds now, the younger people, they weren't even a glimmer yet in their daddy's eyeballs. So it's just I really feel like Julie shit on Eddie tonight, and
Eddie
I'm not
McGee.
here for it. Eddie McGee earned that shit. I actually went back and rewatched the final 3 episodes of the original season of Big
Ross
Brother.
Matthews is in the audience for the finale. Fun
Oh,
fact.
really?
Mhm.
Because you didn't watch all 69 of the first ones. I got through 50 of them.
I was amazed at how these people treated each other. It was a different game and a different time, but I really think that maybe they should put season 1 in the rotation to pick from.
Yes.
While in Sequester, because this was a real, you had Chicken George and you had all these people. It just was a very different time, and man, it made me very nostalgic, and it made me a little emotional, because I'm going to be honest with you, the whole reason why I started this channel was, 1, because I love to hear myself speak, and 2, I wanted a platform to talk about the shows I loved, and Big Brother was the big catalyst for that. And I'm kind of at a point now where I love this show, but I'm not a fan of it anymore. I can honestly sit here with a straight face and say, I love this show. I've been in a relationship with this show for 22 years, which is what pushed me to go watch the older original season. And I felt more joy and happiness and excitement watching that from 22 years ago than I've been in the last 6 weeks. And the producers are interfering too much. They're splitting up the alliance now because they don't like it or whatever's going on. And they've always interfered. I get it. But I think it's really getting ridiculous.
Feel it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can really feel it, see it. It's just terrible. And I will continue to watch the show. I cannot promise you that when Big Brother 25 rolls around, we're going to have 2 shows a week. Okay? Because I don't know if I have the emotional support within myself, and my cats are over it, and I don't know if Tyler can deal with me either, or anybody. But it's hard to, I care about Michael. I like Brittany. I like Taylor, but I'm a little disappointed in her behavior this week as HOH flip-flopping, going all around crazy. I'd be disappointed in anyone who acted that way during an HOH. I'm disappointed in Kyle. I didn't like him at first. Then I liked him. Now I don't like him again. I don't know what the fuck we're keeping Alyssa around for. Jasmine's just, let her go back to her farms. Is her eyebrow business that booming that she's got farms? I mean, fuck, what are we doing about the eyebrows? Send that to a hair cuttery. But I like Monty. He's grown. Yeah, I like Monty. I love Turner. I think sending Indy home was a big mistake. I think they had a perfect opportunity to get Alyssa out, to keep the leftovers together. Dude didn't have to know. Okay. Kyle did not have to know. I think this would have been the kind of situation where Kyle would have been upset, but he would have been right back in it. Because this guy's not used to pussy. Obviously, I'm just going to go out there and say it. This is the second girl he's had sex with, 10 seconds. Look, I know it. The first time you have sex with someone, it doesn't last that long. I get it. But dude, don't announce it on the live feeds. You're not doing yourself. So my point is, his head is not used to being in that. So he'll have no problem being redirected back into the game. So that's my thoughts. I'm sorry I used an aggressive word about the vagina before anyone comes at me, because God, you can't say anything these days.
So I'll say to that, so to the Kyle of it all and his downfall, I think that's the big story of the week, not just the whole showmance of it all, but within the leftovers as well. Because we were all saying a few weeks ago, Kyle is the best player in the game. He's in the best position of the game. and it's crazy like how far he's fallen. But I think the leftovers, like maybe subconsciously, have kind of like let that happen to him. Like they could have easily nipped this in the butt, just like the cookout did, by saying like, listen, like any alliances that we form on the outs, like they will always come second to what we have here, and that is it. Like it's even if they're like the last one there, like Alyssa was last year, and Xavier has to make that difficult decision. Like, do I be greedy and like keep my person over somebody in the cookout, or do I stay true? No, he stayed true, and he ended up winning the damn season. So maybe Kyle should look at the last winner and see, like, you know, maybe that loyalty in the majority alliance like does get you somewhere. But like even before he won the veto, though, like people really saw that him and Alyssa were spending a lot of time together. And if you're spending time together, like cuddling in bed and stuff like that, you're missing all of those conversations. I mean, there was a leftovers HOH this week. So they had the HOH room to come together and strategize the whole week. And guess what? They did, and they did without him. So, of course, like Kyle, he just has so many missing pieces of the puzzle, not checking in with his people regularly. And it shows, like, not even within the leftovers, but outside of the leftovers. When Julie asked Indy tonight, who do you blame for you being evicted tonight? She said Kyle. And so that makes me worried, like that, you know, say somehow Kyle gets to the end. I don't think that that's happening. But if he gets to the end, I think we could have like a bitter jury situation. And we kind of see where like he is not having the best jury management. I think Joseph is having really excellent jury management.
Yeah.
His goodbye speech tonight was like amazing and perfect to Indy. And there was no reason for it to be. I mean, like, just this week we saw how like annoyed that they are living in the same room together, right? So it's great that like they can have all that shit, and he can still like wrap like a nice bow around it and send her off to the jury house thinking like really good things about him. What do you guys think about Michael revealing the leftovers to Indy in the goodbye messages?
I'm there for it. Michael's I'm there for. I think Michael is going to he's going to have this jury. He's not keeping anything back. He said, yes, I'm in an alliance. He's good. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know. Jackie, what you got?
Yeah, I think Michael's playing definitely a really good game, like socially, competitively. I didn't think that I was going to root for Michael at the beginning of the season, but now I'm like, I'm a little bit of a stan.
Yeah.
Joseph too. Joseph is good too, right, Kim? I mean, we've got Michael opened, Anelda, hey girl, opened to liars, yes. We've learned in the past that if you are not respectful in your goodbye messages, you don't get any money unless you're Will, unless you're Dr. Will, you know.
But yeah, I just like to Jackie, like I have to disagree a little bit about like I think that Michael made some blunders this week as well. Like so we see that like Kyle is like on a downward trajectory within the leftovers and even outside of the leftovers, and they all like visibly see that. They're all very worried about it. Michael and Brittany are playing this like I always call like the mighty middle between these like two fractures within the alliance, but I don't think that Michael telling Kyle that Taylor wanted to target Alyssa, I don't think that was a good, I just don't think that was a good move. I don't think it was necessary because like you can still, okay. So I think that Turner is playing the middle that Michael wants to play, but the more Michael is like intervening to make sure that him and Brittany stay in the middle, it comes at a cost, right? Like that doesn't come out of nowhere. So like Michael telling Kyle that Taylor's targeting Alyssa, that makes Kyle have more extreme views, not like politically or anything, but like extreme views about like, oh, they're like getting ready to like take shots at me. So like now like the two sides are like gearing up for battle, and meanwhile like Michael's the one that inadvertently, or not even inadvertently, he purposefully caused that. So he's like when the two sides are like really riled up, they're going to be looking to Michael and Brittany with a little more vindication, saying, listen, you need to come with me. Like it's go time here. So I just feel like it's like putting a lot of like heat on the boiling pot, if you will. That doesn't need to be there, and that is all the more reason for Turner to just like sit back and just like be rolling his eyes at the live feeds and like not caring, not doing anything, because I don't really think anybody's targeting him going into this like split 5-5 situation, and I think it's because he's just kind of chilling and letting everybody just kind of eat each other alive. I don't know.
Are the feeds up? Do we even know what's going on as far as that's concerned? Do we have any idea, guys?
Not yet.
I do agree with you on that, Tyler. I think that Michael and Brittany are going to be able to ride that low-key wave with Turner. And I think planting the seed with Kyle is going to give him, I call it survivor paranoia, but it happens in all of these social games. But I think it's going to give Kyle that like paranoia, and then he's going to start to act weird and start doing like Taylor type shit. And then it's going to create a bigger target on him, in which Michael and Brittany and Tyler, I mean, you're Tyler, and Turner can all like hide under. Once Kyle goes kind of like explosive, in which case then our lover boy Kyle won't make it to the end, but he'll be a big enough threat. He'll be paranoid enough to where we'll have some shelter for our poor Michael and Brittany.
I just don't want to give Michael that much strategic credit for that, because I feel like Michael telling Kyle that was not a like, oh, I'm gonna like bury him so that he gets like more shit on him. He was like genuinely like looking out for him and not reading the writing on the wall that like Kyle's like kind of slipping here, right? Like when you're slipping, like you don't want to like pick him up, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, you fell. Oh, sorry, but I didn't. You know, like that's kind of what it needs to be. Like I was trying to help you have fun in jury, like that type of thing, right? So I don't know. I just like I want Michael to just like chill a little bit. I understand this is super fan, and with all these comp wins, somebody calling you out in an eviction speech about how strong of a player you are, like you kind of feel the need to like stay playing aggressively, playing in front. But I think that he just needs to chill a little bit.
You think he'll burn out?
Well, and it's twofold, because like I say that he's lucky that he won this comp tonight, this HOH. This is really good, important safety for him. But like it just makes the like, okay, let's say like so Michael is HOH. Let's say in his group is like Taylor and like Joseph, and then Kyle and Alyssa. I don't know. Like Kyle's going to be so upset when Michael puts up Kyle and Alyssa together when Taylor and Joseph are right there. You know what I mean? And Kyle's going to say to Michael, you're the one that told me that they were coming after Alyssa last week. Like, I thought you were throwing me a bone. I thought you were giving me an olive branch. Like, I thought that you were looking out for me. I thought that meant that I was like your number one, and like we have something more important and deeper than like this alliance of 7, right? So he's gonna take that personally and go to the jury house with that, and that's 2 people now that are upset with him in jury. So like just the way, like there's so much variety in like how this can shake out depending on who goes into which group. But I don't know, like Michael being in the driver's seat of that could be really tough.
Really icky. I wrote it down too, by the way. So we'll look into it later.
Really, who do you think Michael's going to pick first?
Okay, yeah, let's get through that.
I think he's going to get to pick first because he won, and Terrence is the runner-up. So, Brittany, you think he will pick Brittany first?
I think so.
Because everyone knows
that's like
they're
most like guaranteed like manageable vote to like control. So I think that that's a pretty safe bet.
Oh, Kim's got one, and I like it. I like Kim's schoolyard pick. If I'm Michael, I pick Turner, Taylor, Jasmine, and Alyssa. Okay, hold on a second. Kimberly, what? Hold on, I didn't see the Jasmine. Why do we want Jasmine?
As a target.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what we do is we nominate.
Yep.
We nominate Alyssa and Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Jasmine ain't winning that veto. Well,
Matt brings
Allison
up a good
Brodner
point.
might make it where she does. She may put that shit on a fishing pole again.
Matt brings up a good point. He doesn't think that he'll pick her because he wants her at the other fest to get information at the end of the week.
Yes.
Okay, I get that.
I get that, but like I really worry about Brittany alone without Michael in like any group of 5. I think that could go south for her if like Vito goes the wrong way or something. I don't know. Like I would just, if I were Michael, I'd rather like make sure she's like here at the end of the week. So
that's true. Kim. Neither will win Vito. What am I thinking?
True. All right. So who does Terrence pick first?
Monty.
Jasmine?
Yeah.
Monty?
Yeah.
Monty.
Terrence picks Monty for sure.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
All right. So then Michael picks Kyle?
Wait, who did Michael pick first?
Brittany.
Okay. Can we strike that one and do her
Sure.
as a spy on the other one? Okay. So Michael, let's say he picks Turner.
So Michael
do
picks
that?
Turner first. Okay.
Okay.
So then I think that he picks Brittany. But so then Terrence picks Monty.
Monty.
So then Michael probably picks Brittany next.
Okay.
Or is he like adamant that he wants her on the other side?
I
Like
think
how far do we want to take this?
If he puts his strategic hat on, I think he actually will put Brittany on the other side, but then it's a matter of who she's on the other side with. If
Yeah,
she's
but if
with
they're
Turner,
like this all the time, though, aren't you going to think he's not picking her because she's going to...
Right, like the more rounds that go on that
Yeah.
Michael doesn't pick Brittany, like it's just like weird for everybody. I don't know.
It's as the kids say, that's kind of sus.
it is sus.
Exactly.
Very sus.
Okay, so after Michael picks Turner, so do we want to say he picks Brittany next, or do we want to say that he is like adamant she's going on the other side? Let's say he's adamant that she's going on the other side.
All
So
right,
then
Kim says he won't pick, so let's just not. Let's let
okay,
him.
all right. So let's pick. Michael would pick what? Kyle next, probably.
Probably he'll want a quote unquote strong guy.
Why do I get the feeling Kyle's getting picked last? But that's just me.
Yeah, probably last.
Well, I don't think that Michael's able to like reel this back potentially too. Like Vito's so huge this week, so Michael could reel this like targeting Kyle back by saying like, listen, like because him being safe, like Michael doesn't have to worry about Vito now, so he can say like, Kyle, I want you to win Vito, and we'll figure out what happens with the noms and stuff. Okay, so Michael picks Kyle, I guess. So Terrence, who does Terrence pick next?
Joseph. You know he's picking his homies, his guys, his boys, the one he was in the trio with, the Three Musketeers.
And then who would Michael pick after Kyle? Jasmine?
Yeah.
I don't think that he would want Alyssa with Kyle.
No, Jasmine.
Okay.
Man, Kim's killing us in the chat. She's like, no. It's not just a no. It's a no.
Kim, leave us your list of how you think this will shape out. Terrence will then pick Alyssa? Question mark?
Wait, who's left?
Alyssa, Taylor, and Brittany.
I think he'd pick Taylor.
Yeah, I was just about to. I thought about that again. I think he'll pick Taylor.
Okay. So then Michael picks between Alyssa and Brittany now.
Ooh.
Damn it.
He's got to have.
Like, he's better off just having her on the team.
Yeah, I think he's going to have Alyssa because then that's a great way to put Kyle and Alyssa up. I mean, I'm giving him strategic credit, but he's going to put.
Even with Jasmine there, like, I don't know, because Turner's not like, I don't think he would really care. Right?
So he has
like,
his pick. He can either do Turner and Jasmine to get Jasmine out, or he can do Kyle and Alyssa to break up the
I think he would. I think he should put up Jasmine and Alyssa together, and if like something funky happens with Vito, say Alyssa wins Vito or Jasmine wins Vito, then he can put up Kyle. Like, cause I don't know. And And then let's see. Okay, so here's how we have it. So Michael, Turner, Kyle, Jasmine, and Alyssa, and then so that's one house, and then Terrence, Monty, Joseph, Taylor, Brittany in the other.
When did we get 4 females to 6 males? When did this happen?
I feel like that happens every season.
Kim is just adamant that he will not break up K&A.
So you think that Michael will keep Kyle and Alyssa together?
That's what
in the
Kim's
house
saying.
and not nominated together? That's crazy to me. If Michael does that, that's pretty. I don't know.
But he may like pander to Turner and be like, "All right, let's get Jasmine out."
Let Terrence make that choice. I think they're being allowed to discuss and talk too much. I think that it should have been a schoolyard pick right then and there. But damn it, Indy had to talk too much. She couldn't just get out of the house.
Like, do you think they wanted them to do it on the live TV?
I think they probably would have, but I'm sorry, I love Indy, but man, where was Julie with the, you got to get your stuff, you need to go, it's time to go? Didn't she do that just a week or two? It's time to get the fuck out. Y'all got me cussing up in here. Lord help me, Jesus. We kind of one another, but get the fuck out, Indy.
Yeah, I know.
We screwed up the live show 2 weeks ago with this slow shit. I couldn't host this show. Somebody needs to drag her out.
We got some more takes on how this will shake out. So Matt says, if Michael is as smart as I think he is, he needs to get Alyssa and Jasmine at his fest to send one of them home guaranteed.
Yeah, I like that.
That makes sense. And Kim's like agreeing, saying like strategically let Terrence make that choice. Kim's saying he might do Alyssa and Jasmine, but he won't do Alyssa and Kyle. Strategically, that is, I agree. I agree with that. Like, I think that like you need to wait and see what happens with Vito before you take the shot at Michael, especially or at the shot at Kyle, especially if you're Michael. You know, if it were like Joseph or Monty, HOH instead, like I think it's more okay socially to take the shot at Kyle like right out the gate. But Michael, like I said, Michael has like put himself in like a kind of a sticky situation here to remain in the middle, and yet he won power tonight. So it's just like, I don't know. He's trying to play like all these different types of games at this point rather than like just laying low. Like,
And yes, Joseph, I don't think they're going to air the live feeds or turn them on until the West Coast has aired, because you know, they can put it live any other time, but they just won't do it tonight. So
yeah, it's gonna be a while.
I don't even know. Is it even, what time does it air out your way, Jackie? Has it even aired yet, or is it airing right now?
I think it just went off.
Okay.
Real quick on the other house, I think it's pretty cut and dry. Terrence would put up Taylor and Brittany, and leave Monty and Joseph to be the two votes to evict. So in that case, Brittany. A leftover. I think we'll be seeing at least one leftover go at the end of this double eviction. Is my guess. So so lots of setup. So we'll have lots to talk about on the live feed show on Tuesday in terms of like the house breakdowns, and we'll have veto results and everything too. So I can't wait to see how it all shakes out. But before that, I want to update our bracket here. So Jackie, you lost your second member tonight. Sorry to hear.
I did, and the way this is looking, I'm gonna lose another
first
one.
And last, it's like everybody has their first and last pick gone. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, not you.
Oh, yeah, but Tyler's got it.
Not me.
For my people.
Well, I do. I don't know.
Tyler's happier than a pig and shit.
I mean, if this goes the way we just said it, then that might be Alyssa and Taylor next.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I very well could have two people leaving. I think Turner is pretty safe. I think he's like one of the most safest people that are out of like vulnerable choices. But yeah, like Taylor could easily go. Alyssa could even more easily go. So I don't know. I don't think that I'm going out of this week unscathed is what I'm saying. So we'll see. But is that anything else?
No, it's freaking midnight where you are. It's 11:04 here.
Tired. Do you see it in my eyes? I am like tired. But
yeah.
All right. Well, so we'll be back on Tuesday to talk about how all of this breakdown and everything. I'm excited. I hope it's a good twist. I hope the outcome is like entertaining. Like
it's something new. It's something new. I'm excited for one. I think this is going to be fun. I'm all for chaos and shit going wrong. I'm here for it. That's what I love about the show. So, you know.
So this has never been done before.
Never. Not even on Big Brother Canada. So
there we go. I gotta get that piece of paper out.
You say the phrase, "Let me tell you something," way more than I say.
Dude, that is not even. Look, do not deflect. It is not the same thing as saying Big Brother Canada, because you say Big Brother Canada.
I think her mic got broken. I don't know what happened, guys. Yep. Oh, add it to the paper. You just said it again.
I say there's a world of difference between bringing up Big Brother Canada, even when we're talking about what color the sky is on another show, or Survivor, or whatever, what color my cat shit is, and you got to bring up Big Brother Canada. Then me waving my finger, I go, let me tell. I don't even know what did you say? I don't even know. 17.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys on Tuesday. Anything else to say? No. Happy birthday, My Weekly Meltdown.
Yes, happy birthday, My Weekly Meltdown. 7 years ago today, I started this shit in my car. I had sent Tyler a picture, and of course he didn't bring it up, but that's okay. But yeah,
I'll wait for the videos so we can do like a whole presentation.
Oh God.
The history of My Weekly Meltdown, the biography.
We don't need that. But anyway, yeah, guys, in my car 7 years ago today, I didn't know how to add text to the stuff. So I had printed out manually and was holding up the website, the email address, and everything, not even thinking that it was on selfie mode. So everything was mirrored and backwards. And I even made it a point to go, I know it's backwards. And do you think one person who watched that video, all 12 of them for the first time, your shit's backwards? Yeah, aren't you intrigued? Bet you can't wait to see what I do on a show, right?
Well, happy birthday to My Weekly Meltdown. Lots of good memories and stuff, and lots more to come. We got some. Allison's giving me a stink face. All right. Well, everybody have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Love ya. See ya. Bye-bye.